class, and welcome to week 18, January 15th to 19th of our e-learning business course. Welcome to the second week of our final performance task process and the last 2 weeks of class this semester. So we are almost there. On Friday of last week, you submitted the first component of the performance task, which was worth 10% of your grade. And this week you are working on the second component, which is also worth 10% of your grade. You did have access to the components last week, but as I mentioned in the last week instructional video, you did not need to get started on week 2 components until today. So you have all week this week to complete the second part of your performance task, and this instructional video will take you through what the expectations are and how to be successful on that. Okay. So to get us started, make sure that you complete your attendance activity for this week so that you are marked as present to class this week, okay? And then again, this week is all about completing the performance task, okay? So the second component of this performance task is also due this Friday at January 19th, and this is due at 11:59 p.m. On Friday night. This is also a hard deadline, meaning that Dropbox will close at this time. So because this is treated like an examination process, if you hand in your work late, it will not be marked. So it is very, very important that you meet those deadlines and that you submit everything or anything that you have done, even if it's not completed by that point, so that you can at least earn some marks, because 10% of your grade is a large chunk, right? So just make sure that you are meeting that deadline. That's really, really important. And you have 5 days in class to work on this second component of the project. So just drawing your attention back to the planner for the assignment. Obviously, this is something that you would have seen last week. So you would have worked through this last week, and you would have done all the first components last week as well. And then this week, we're doing the second component. So the second components are linked in here and also available to you in the weekly agenda. So you're more than invited to look at it through whichever means is easiest for you. So the week 2 components are a little less involved than the second or the first week components, in terms of there's only 2 components to work on, and they are creative. So you're going back to your restaurant business and you're going to use what you created basically for the first week, and you're going to be putting it together and synthesizing it into an overall business. Okay. So again, you're going to be using the criteria that was mentioned in the assessment last week. And you are going to be focusing on building 2 task requirements. So task 4 of your performance task is you're going to be building a website, and task 5 is you're going to be creating a commercial to promote your restaurant. So because we've done both in the class this semester, again, this is really just trying to honor what we've already done and building on that knowledge. So creating a website as an example, you can use the knowledge that you gained from this course when you built your own website for this course, and just apply it to this performance task, okay? So I recommend that you work on task 4, which is promoting your restaurant through a website, on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week, and you get that completely done by Wednesday. So you really want to pace yourself, use that in-class time that's allotted to this course in class, in school, and get that done, okay? So you're going to use a website builder of your choice. So for the first project of this course, you used Wix, but you're welcome to use whatever website builder is comfortable to you. However, if you're using Wix or any outside software, make sure that you are not going to create an account through Google, through your Halton District School Board account, okay? Because we were running into some problems with that last time. So you're going to create a website that's going to advertise and provide information about your restaurant. Your website should involve and include the branded components that you did last week, such as your logo, your slogan, and all of the colors that you've identified as being representative of your business brand. You want it to be organized and professional throughout. Make it very easy for me to see and understand what your restaurant is all about. Also, you'll be including essentially the following information. So I will request that you have a homepage, an About Us section, the menu section, of course, which you've already completed from last week, and then an FAQ section. So some more frequently, asked questions that your customers might have about your business, such as, do you do delivery? Do you use Uber Eats? Things like that might pop up. And so again, you might just want to frequent other restaurants kind of like yours that you pitched just to get a feel of what those websites look like and try to model your website, obviously without using and cheating and plagiarizing. But you want to be able to model your website off of some of the businesses in your local area that have some really great websites. That's what most entrepreneurs will do. Okay. So please be creative throughout and professional with the type of information that you include on each page, as well as the quality and the quantity of information. You don't want me to be guessing and wondering what your business is all about. You want it to be professional, obviously. And so please consider all of these things. Make sure that your branding is very, very clear. When you are done with this, you want to make sure that you publish your website, and you will be submitting the link in Dropbox. So that's all that I need for your submission to this website. You're making sure that it's published and that I can access it, and that you copy the link as your submission. And then finally, your last task of the performance task, you're going to be creating a commercial for your restaurant. You can put this together in any kind of format, okay, in any kind of video maker of your choice. And you are going to create a video commercial for the grand reveal of your restaurant. So think about all of the TikTok videos or YouTube commercials that you see that you have to click forward through. You want this to be really short, 30 to 60 seconds, absolutely tops. And you want to include the branding of your business, discussing some of the really cool features of your business, maybe a really unique menu item, the location. You really want to sell your business and be visually appealing and engaging. You are more than invited to do a TikTok like reel, because that's what often businesses do nowadays. And often, obviously, I would expect that your business would be on social media, but make sure that it is professional and that you are including the most important information in your commercial that you think your customers will need. And again, this is a presentation and also an ad, so it should be very visually appealing, okay? So when you are done this presentation ad, this advertisement, you want to make sure that you're uploading it to a link where I can access it. So my best recommendations would be to create a Screencastify, to do a YouTube video and mark it as unlisted so that I am the only person that can view it, or to upload it directly to Google Drive and share it with me. So to submit your final performance task for these two components, you will be submitting 2 links. Okay, that is it. So nothing written at all, no Google link or Google Drive link, I should say, or Google document link, okay? You instead are going to be submitting the link to your live and published website and the link to your live and published commercial in whatever format you choose. Do make sure that it is something that can be opened. So you might want to ask somebody else to try and open the link to ensure that they can access it, because if they can't, chances are that I can't, okay? And again, all of that is due on Friday at 11:59 p.m. in Dropbox, the submission of the 2 links, after which time the Dropbox will close. This is a final performance task. It is treated like an examination, and therefore it is worth 10% of your grade, and the deadline is the deadline, okay? You have all week to work on these components. That is it. Next week, we jump into our examination, and I will create a video for this that I will also post next weekend that will take you through the exam. You don't need to think about it this week. It's not something that you should stress about. You do have all next week to write the exam as well. So right now, what I want you to focus on is really just giving your final performance task your all, and then you can start thinking about your examination next week. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. Send me an email. Otherwise, I will see you online, and I hope you have a great week.